about moving to the Boise, Idaho area and you're in the price range between $500,000 and $600,000, then this video is for you. One of the biggest questions I get is, what can I afford at my price point? And more importantly, is it better to buy in Boise or is it better to buy in Nampa or another spot? Because honestly, on paper, it looks exactly the same, but what you get for your money is actually very different. So today, I'm going to be pulling up listings side by side in both Boise and Nampa and give you a side-by-side comparison on what houses between $500,000 and $600,000 look like in both Nampa and in Boise. Plus, I'm going to walk you through the trade-off, pros and the cons, and who each area might make sense for. If you're in the planning stage and trying to figure out where your money should go, and this is exactly what you need. Also, if you're looking to relocate, here's all of my information. Give me a call, text, send me an email, and let's get you going with your relocation dreams. So let's take it to Zillow. All right, so we are now in Boise, Idaho, and I wanted to kind of just pull up what gets you where. So obviously we're for sale, $500,000 to $600,000. And I just put agent and owner posted because, well, new construction's fine too. Foreclosures, we can do too, but auctions, nah. All right, so here is downtown Boise, right here. And here is North End, and here's Harrison Boulevard. Okay, so as you can see, right here, you're gonna find for $550,000, you're gonna find a cute little 3-bed, 1-bath, almost 1,000 square feet. Very cute, remodeled, you know, very, very cute. And this is actually super close to all this water here. So it's a really nice, so that's a really nice feature, being really close to the water. And if you're going down the Boise River, this is where all the Boise River is. So that's really cute. But actually, when you're floating, you're actually going to end here. So this is where the Boise River stops. But there's more like a river here. It's just not where you're going to float. Okay, so then you're going to go over here. So here we have Ann Morrison Park. This is a very cute park. And so this house right here, it's a 4-bed, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot home. So it's really cute as well. I wonder if it has a garage, which is not common, but it is really cute. They did good staging. I'm loving it. Yeah, they did a really good job here. But I have to see if this has a garage. I don't think it does. I don't think it does. All right. Okay, so that's what's going to give you kind of the closest to downtown Boise. Now, if you're like, I don't really care about being that close to Boise, that's fine. Oh, this will give you some close too. So this is a 3-bed, 1-bath. This is at $600. It looks super cute too. You get that beautiful mid-century feel over here. Oh, I love that modern kitchen. That's a pretty kitchen. All right, so yeah. So that's kind of the closest over there. Now, over here in Boise, this part is going to be... you're most likely going to get more land. It's also more like mountainy, so sometimes you get really good views. Like that looks kind of pretty. So let's see, I'm just going to go down to the views. Sorry if I make you guys dizzy. Yeah, so this is a good size yard. A nice size yard. So this house is perfect if you want some, you know, yard and square footage, but you're not too far from Boise, so it's kind of a nice thing. Okay, and then Hidden Springs, that's a really cute area too, but you're not going to find really anything in this price point. And then here's a really cute area as well, but nothing in our price point. And then here is some more homes, and this is more towards Eagle, which is nice. This is a nice little home here. Not even little. It's 2,300 square feet. It's very cute. All right. So if you're wanting that downtown life, that's kind of you're gonna get what we went over. If you go a little more on the outskirts, you're gonna get more room, and that kind of what follows over here. So over here, this is the west bench. Now right in this little spot, this little nook, it has a lot of shopping areas, and the mall is here, the cheesecake, all the things. So over here, you're going to get more square footage as well. You know, we're going to have the 3-bed, 3-bath, 2,100 square foot. So this is where you're going to get your more, if you want more square footage. You might want to look in the west bench area. You know, the 1,800 square feet, you know, you're going to get a good size home. This, I want to say, going to have a lot of land with this one. I can almost guarantee it. Yeah, see, look, that's a nice piece of dirt there. Let's see how much square footage that one is. Yeah, that's 1/4 of an acre, so that's going to get you some good square foot. Okay, so now here we're south of the freeway, and usually over here you're going to get more backyard. When you're living south of the freeway, it's a more like rural feel, even though it's not really, because right over here is where all of like the Costco's are and more shopping. And then right here is the airport. So if you're wanting to be away from that like airport runway, I really recommend like this part kind of staying away from for that airport noise. But if you don't care about the airport noise, that's perfect. Over here, you're going to get more land, like I was telling you. You might find older homes with more land as well, like this home. It is in the 1975, but you're going to have some good, you know, square feet. No HOA. That's where you're going to find a lot of no HOA property too, is south of the freeway. Not always. You're going to get brand new homes like this beauty. That's over here more. And so like this one too. See it better. This one too, we have more square footage. We're having, you know, older home, a little older home, which is no big deal. But I bet you're going to have some, yeah, this is almost 1/2 an acre and no HOA. Like I was telling you guys. Okay, and then over here, this is a cute new development. And they have all brand new homes, and they have a swimming pool over here. It's a very cute neighborhood. Okay, very cute. And then over here is really cute too. But now over here, we're over here, we're, you know, over here we're about, you know, 10 to 15 minutes away from downtown Boise. Over here we're like 20, 25. So depending on if you want to be in downtown Boise or not, you know, depends on you. Now, over here, this is where more, you know, expensive homes are. So sometimes you can find something over here, but see, it's not very much. So we have this house for $559, and this house is going to have a small backyard, guarantee it. This is the small backyard. See, houses are a little bit, you know, more together. So it's great for low maintenance, but very cute homes. And Barber Park, that's where you're going to start your river rafting. So that's a very, you know, close location to that. So that's nice. Now, what's nice about living in Boise is you have this, you know, you have the Boise River here, and you can go biking right there. And then over here All this area is lots of hiking trails, and it's very gorgeous. Now, not far from here is where you're going to go skiing. Okay, and then you have the Lucky Peak Lake. That's where a lot of people go with boating and stuff. Okay. I think we covered Boise, pretty quick. However, I think it was good. Okay, so now we're going to go over and explore Nampa. Now over here, to get to downtown, like if you're close to the freeway, you're 20 minutes. If you're further down here, you're 30 minutes. Or up here, you're 30 minutes. Or over here, 30 minutes. Okay. So now here's north. And north of the freeway, you're going to find more newer homes like this. You're going to be closer to the freeway, and you're going to be closer to all the things. So like over here, where are we at? So somewhere over here, where, I don't know why I can't see. Oh, right here. This right here is where the hospitals are, the Costco, the Target, the hub. I call this the hub. Okay, so near the hub, you're going to find really big homes. See, this home right here, this home's not that old too. This home, 3,200 square feet. Yeah, brand new. Built in 2026. Brand new. I knew it had to be new or newish. It has the community pool. It's very cute. Very nice. And this is $540. And a lot of times with new homes here, there's a lot of incentives. And just give me a call. I'll hook you up with all the incentives and stuff. Yeah, so lots of new homes. And, obviously, there's cheaper homes too. But we're in this price point. So this is a hub of new homes as well. It's 2,200 square feet. Very nice. You got the courts. You got the very nice. And that also has a community pool. And over here is a brand new neighborhood too. Lots of brand new neighborhoods in North Nampa. Okay. Now, so all this is North Nampa. And this is even close to Meridian. We're getting pretty close to Meridian. Very cute. Okay, so now we'll go to downtown Nampa. Now, downtown Nampa is very cute too. Now, I do want to mention there is a railroad right here. So if you don't want railroad noise, be mindful of that. The worst where I always get caught up on the railroad is right here. No. Yeah, right here. Right here. That's the worst. Okay. And here is a little airport, but it's a small airport. Okay. So over here you get 4 acres. And this is just pure land for 600,000, or almost 600,000. Okay, over here we have another beautiful home. These are really nice. These are very beautiful. These are brand new. Okay. Again, these are brand new too. And they're 2,600 square feet. See, so in Boise, the closer you get to downtown, the less square footage. But in Nampa, you're going to get more square footage. And a newer home most of the time. Unless you're in South Boise. Like this home right here, for example, almost 5,000 square feet. That's crazy. So if you want that older home, 4,600 square foot. Very cute. Now I always recommend with these beams and you're tall, to make sure you don't have to duck, because sometimes that's an issue, especially in the older homes, I've noticed. Okay. And then here we have, the more south you go, the more land you're going to get. Over here is a pocket. This is Lake Lowell. And so there's a lot of new homes near Lake Lowell. Very cute spot. And then over here, these are newer homes. They're not brand new though. And then over here is also a pocket of new homes. So there's a lot of new homes in Nampa as opposed to Boise. You're going to find new homes in Boise, but it's going to be in South Boise. You're not going to find anything near downtown. Or you might find like 1 or 2 homes near downtown, but not too much. If you're thinking about moving here to the Boise, Idaho, Nampa, Treasure Valley area, give me a call, text, email. All my information is right here. And let's come up with a game plan that's perfect for you and your family. I work with relocation clients all the time from YouTube, and I'm happy to give you honest insight on all the areas and truly make your experience relocating extra special. I have a unique twist because I relocated here from California myself, and I was born and raised in Vegas. Also know how crazy relocating is and relocating can be. If you found this helpful, please hit that subscribe button for more living in Idaho, also living the neighborhoods, and so much more. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.